Alright, so I guess there might be a little bit of a change. I don't know. We'll see. We're leaving the Verizon store in Walmart right now. I got my other phone. I got a different phone for my GPS and my live chat. And a little bit of confusion. I thought everything was set in stone, so I figured I'd jet ahead, knowing where we're going. But I don't know if it was just a mistake or what happened there. So we'll be gonna be checking things out here as we go. I just talked to Hippie Mom. She said that they're around mile marker 335. So we're gonna see if I think they might have passed me. I figured I'd be ahead of them still, but they might have passed me already. They might have passed me already. Took a little longer than I thought it was gonna. I got my new phone activated. I did a little shopping, got some vitamins, grabbed some stuff for Jen and Robert. A lady donated some money yesterday for me to get them taken care of, so I got them some stuff, and they gave me some medication for my throat for my birthday. So now I'm glancing to and from my GPS, so don't mind me, and I'm also driving. We're in trouble with this truck. Okay, what mile marker is he at? Do you know? Do you know around what area OTR is? CB on channel 37, got my GPS running, got my stream going. I'm feeling a little better. I was a little under weather this morning. I really needed some rest, so I decided to take a little break, get some business taken care of. I need to do a little shopping. I went to Walmart last night, and when I walked into Walmart, I got a text saying that the motel that Jill got me, the lobby would have been closing soon, so I had to call them and jet over to the motel and get my key before the lobby closed. They actually kept it open for me for a little bit because I called ahead of time, so that was nice. So I didn't get to do the shopping that I wanted to do yesterday done. So I did it this morning thinking we were going to be going to Midland, but I think we're probably still gonna be there. I don't know, don't quote me on that. I just hopped in people's chat and said I was gonna be jumping ahead, thinking I was already still ahead of them, but I don't know what's going on right now. I know I just talked to Hippie Mom there at mile marker 335. So we're gonna see if we can catch up. The only thing that Hippie Mom told me is we're following Mike, and Mike knows what he's doing. So if there was, I think there probably was just a glitch with the website. I don't know though. Start this new phone I just got. Hello, Alex from Canada. Safe travels. Thank you so much. I just got this really cheap phone operational, or so I thought. Oh dang! So I'm way behind them. If I just passed 235. I'm I'm either ahead of them or behind them. Let me see here. What's the next mile marker? I might have to look at the next 2 mile markers. Down to 283, then I'm ahead of them. Okay, thank you, Cali girl. No matter what, it'll be Midland. Okay. Thank you very much. I think I might have just missed my next mile marker, but the one was 284. Oh, here's the next one. 283. So I'm ahead of them. So I'm definitely ahead of the convoy. We're gonna go check things out. See if the spot's open, I guess. I guess they're, like Callie just said, I think they're trying to finalize paperwork. I bet you it's still going to be the same location. I bet you everything's fine. Ourselves a patriotic TV access here. Disabled Veterans Transportation Network. They're both wearing masks. I am ahead of the convoy. I am ahead of the convoy by like 100 miles. I left as soon as I got fuel because I knew I needed to do some shopping. And I searched Walmart down the road, headed towards Midland, and they didn't have a phone. They didn't have a Verizon prepaid phone available. So I continued on. I'm outside of Abilene. Yeah, thank you, Joe. Yeah, so I'm a little bit ahead of them. We're heading on the road to Midland, Texas. We got some Patriots waiting for us. Oh wait, I don't know if it was waiting for us. Kind of looked like there was a supporter there on the side of the road. I brought him. John, let freedom reign, baby. Let's go. What was I gonna say? John, you interrupted my chain of thought with that awesome umbrella edge that you did there. Yeah, I talked to Hippie Mom. Oh, my old phone just fell down here. I talked to Hippie Mom. She said she was at mile marker 335 right before I fired up my stream. And considering that we're going down, that means I'm about, probably about, what, 60, 70 miles ahead of them. Love you too, brother. Sending much love from the road here, headed towards Midland. Thank you, Jill, for the hotel room last night. It was much needed. I slept in. I medicated my throat. And yeah, it was well needed. There was no Wi-Fi there, but that's okay. I wanted to build a podcast on their Wi-Fi, but between me not getting into the room until 11 p.m. and sleeping until 9 a.m., there wasn't much time for all that. But one of the reasons why I took off a little early today is not only to do some shopping, but to build a podcast, and then maybe hit up a hotel or a Starbucks around here and just use their Wi-Fi. Because I got a couple links that I want to share with you guys at some point. Huge shout out to Jeff from Sequel Zero. Throat is doing better today. I can still feel it. I don't know if you guys can tell it or not, the difference in my voice, but my voice still isn't completely back to normal. And I'm still hacking up some neon green stuff, so I'm just trying to keep my distance, I guess. I don't know, I don't want to get anyone sick if that's the case. I think it's just like a throat infection, to be completely honest. It's not like I have a huge plethora of symptoms. So I spent this morning looking for did you take my medical suggestions? What was your medical suggestion, Seize the Day? And also, Seize the Day, I was literally about to talk about you. I'm glad you're in my chat. So I spent this morning looking for or watching that podcast from Viva last night, and I couldn't find. I seen one of your super chats, but I fell asleep. What was the timestamp on that Viva podcast that you got him to shout me out on his podcast last night? I was curious. I was trying to find it. No, I'm not full on sick. I've had this throat problem for a couple days now, and it hasn't really progressed. See, a few months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I ruptured my nasal cavity and I had a huge infection. And I think the infection is starting to get inflamed again. I don't think it was completely healed. And so I think that it might just be my previous throat or nasal cavity rupture causing my issues right now. That and me just exasperating my voice. That was a great podcast with Viva and Viva Barnes, by the way. There's some really interesting class action lawsuits that they were talking about that I'd love to dig into, but it's just hard to find the time when we're out here on the road and making content ourselves. So, I got some 1-a-day men's and I got some zinc. I'll smoke for 5 days or so. I can't guarantee anything. Can't guarantee anything. It's gonna be hard to do that, but I will definitely try to. I've been slowing down on it, that's for sure. Because it hurts when I smoke. It doesn't hurt, but it's just uncomfortable. Don't you roll your eyes at me. I can't help it. I'm sorry, Brenda. Maybe find me a good lady that will whip the whip at me. Give me a good reason to quit. Pickle juice, raw honey. I've been doing some raw honey thanks to Jen and Robert. Oh, okay. So the shout out that Viva gave me was early on. I must have fell asleep because I fell asleep during a certain portion, and I tried to pick it back up today where I was, but I might have just ended up passing it on accident. I probably fell asleep right before it was about to get shouted out, and then I just woke up and was way past it. Anyways. Jeffrey. Glad to be back. I took the morning to take care of some business. I went to Walmart, went to Verizon, activated this new burner phone, watched that podcast a little bit with Viva and Viva Barnes, or I should say Frey and Barnes, and slept in a little bit. I woke up around the time that the meeting was starting, and I tuned into Trucker G. I tuned into Trucker G and watched the meeting on his stream as I was getting around out of the hotel that Jill was, or the motel that Jill was so graciously generous enough to reserve for me. Burger warm salt and vinegar water. Okay, I'll try to get some vinegar water. Even just the warm salt helps. The salt water, the hot salt water. So I was like reading the chat and looking at my reviews. Feels good to be online though, and I feel better today than I did last night. Thank you, Jen and Robert, and thank you to the person that sent me the money to hook up. I think it was Diane. I'd have to look at my PayPal again. I couldn't screenshot it. It wouldn't let me screenshot it on my PayPal, so I was trying to screenshot it so I'd remember the name of the donation there. But I picked up a dog bone for Forrester, Jen and Robert's dog. I picked up some pistachios, some avocados, and a few other little things. And I'm gonna give them back a little bit for hooking me up with this honey right here that I've been drinking out of the bottle. And they gave me a bunch of medication for my throat for my birthday that's literally tomorrow. It seems like it's still a week away, but my birthday is legitly tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. So Jen and Robert hooked me up with a little bit for my birthday, and they hunted down some honey for me. And they've just been volunteering or at least Jen has been volunteering her butt off. So huge shout out to Jen, and of course Robert. But so I went and got some pistachios, avocados, and dog bone. Thank you, Joe. Let me see. I got it handy here. I got some vitamins today too. I know my dog loves these bones right here. So I got Forrester, Jen, and Robert's dog a bone. They told me not to get him anything. They were pissed off that I was even trying to get him something. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm getting you something. I don't know what it is yet, but when I see it, I'll know. So sweet to remember the dog. I remembered the dog's name before I remembered theirs. No, I'm just kidding. But their dog's name is Forrester, and he's 1 year old, and super nice and sweet dog, very well behaved. And I like dogs more than I like people, so I decided to, treat all of their family, including their dog. So I don't know if they like avocados or pistachios, but I got them some of those. Oh, really, Cali girl? Nice. If I knew how to do like Skype streams, maybe we could do like a Skype streaming birthday party, but I don't know how to do all that. I'm still learning this technology stuff. So we're about, I think it was about 60, 70 miles ahead of them. Going to be interesting to roll up there not knowing if the campground is where we're going to be, but apparently there needed to be some paperwork filed, and that's part of the, you can't, don't like, I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me that there's a little bit of issues going on there, because we kind of just sporadically hopped off the Hagerstown Speedway and hit the road towards California reactively to those mandates. So that's okay. It takes a lot of I mean, it's hard to find even like a speedway along the route and stuff sometimes. Or like, I mean, it could just be hard to find what you need along the route without detouring too far off of it. Especially when you're trying to get a certain amount of driving done in a day, and semis can only drive so long, and ATVs have to fuel up twice a day if you drive too long. There's a lot into it. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot more than I could probably even say to you guys right now. I mean, I've never been involved in the logistics industry. I've had to do my own logistics for 6 years, traveling across the country in the wind industry. But planning a route for a large convoy like that must be pretty difficult. Guys, so one of the things I want to do, one of the reasons why I left early, is I want to be researching what media outlets we need to be contacting in LA. We kind of preemptively tried contacting Steven Crowder and all those people outside of Dallas, and that didn't really work out that well, but that's okay. At least they might see the message and decide to come interview us at a later date. But what I think we should be doing is figuring out who we want to contact that is based in and around Los Angeles. And being that we're going to be laid over at this new spot for 2 days, we will have 2 days to blast all the media in LA and let them know we're coming. So if you guys could help me out there, let's try to figure out what media outlets we want to contact in Los Angeles. Blast them, let them know we're coming. We're going to have 2 days at this layover spot, whether it be the campground or the other one down the road there. So if we could figure out who we need to be tagging and letting them know that we're coming in LA, I think that would be a good thing to start doing. Hey MM, hey Hamster. Hello Taco Pro. What's up, buddy? Contact Jimmy Dore. Okay. Let's try to make a list. Can one of my mods, Cali Girl, can you make me can you start me a list? And don't start posting it or anything like that, but let's try to get a list, and then I'll give you my contact information. And then we can get together and create a little list of the media we want to get a hold of outside of Los Angeles. Jimmy Dore, I'll have to look in to see who he is. And yeah, we can start giving the trolls timeouts. But yeah, so we want to be looking into who we need to contact in Los Angeles to let them know that we're coming, and we'll try to do a little bit of a deep fry on that media. Shout out to Fry TV Now for the inspiration on deep frying the media through his deep frying of new channels. And we'll see what we can do. You know, if you don't try, you'll never succeed. So start with the small ones. No, I want to go straight to the big ones. But you know what? Hey, listen, the small ones work too. Let me retract that previous statement. I like the small ones idea, but we need to be like making a list of all of them. And what I want to do is, once we get a list around of the Los Angeles media that we should be contacting, I can make like a little clip that we can share and blast all these media outlets and let them know that we're on the way and that we want to talk to them. I've seen that Elon bought Twitter, or he's now the largest stockholder in it after he publicly shamed Twitter. So we'll see what Elon has to say, or what kind of influence Elon will bring to the Twitter platform. I think it's funny that, I don't know why, you know, I really want to believe in Elon Musk. But it pains me, it truly pains me to see him setting up factories in China. I don't like it. I don't like it. I hope he's not just a front man. But I'll tell you what, him letting his patents and stuff be open to public use for his electric vehicles is huge. He warned about the dangers of AI for a decade of him creating that technology. So he seems like he's not afraid to sit down and talk. I mean, his Joe Rogan podcast speak volumes as well. It's hard to hide behind 2-3 hour live streams or 2-3 hour podcasts. It's hard. You can't fake it. After I learned that he was setting up factories in China, I kind of took a little bit of a step back and was like, okay, Elon, that's a bad move. I don't know why you did that, but I support a lot of the other things that Elon does. And I really don't like that he kind of caved to Ukraine, giving them access to Starlink. And I'm not too sure that Ukraine is in the right here. I don't think that our government is in the right when it comes to Ukraine and the conflict of interest with Ukraine and the United States politicians such as James Biden, Hunter Biden, and Joe Biden himself. So I gotta have faith, on Elon Musk. I really love him to just be the superhero that we need. But he kind of caved on a few things with setting up factories in China and the Starlink for Ukraine. So I don't know. They pick these virtuous causes, these seemingly virtuous causes to try to gain favor with the public and even other businesses. So I'm hoping that maybe Elon just caved to the seemingly virtuous cause of Ukraine needing help, and there's nothing else behind the scenes there. But it opened my eyes a little bit, I'll just say that. But I still love Elon right now. I like I said, I really want to believe he's one of the good guys, and I really want to believe that he'll step in and hopefully maybe be one of the heroes that we need in this fight. So if Elon is an oligarch, I'd be upset. I'd be disappointed. I really wanted to believe in what Elon is doing. I mean, he moved his business out of California and moved it to Texas because of the legislation that California was passing. So it's either like he's trying to play, if he is part of that, I don't know, corruptness or whatever words you want to use. You got to be careful with your wording. That would be very, very cynical and premeditated that he would be moving his business out of Texas just to try to sway favor from Republicans or anyone on the opposing side of the aisle. But I mean, he did move his businesses out of California. Diana, were you the one that sent me the 50 for Jen and Robert? Hey, Weather Watcher. We got a little bit of weather rolling in. Like literally and figuratively. Let freedom reign, baby. Let freedom reign, baby. Mars, dude, come on. Hey, honestly, I support colonizing Mars. I really do support that. I think colonizing Mars is a great idea. Oh, okay. I don't know. I've got my eyes on Elon though. There's a couple things he's done recently that's rubbed me the wrong way. I think that Mars is fine. The Neuralink kind of scares me. Neuralink definitely scares me. you do restreaming, Weather Watcher? Guys, I'm driving. I can't be reading paragraphs and stuff. Y'all are filing into my chat hard as fuck. So if you guys have like a really serious question, please super chat it and keep it short. Most of this might be me just kind of glancing over and picking something that stands out and addressing it, or me just rambling. AI is scary, yeah. And you know, part of the reason why I thought Elon was a good guy is because he was warning of the dangers of that AI technology. And I think he's throttling the release of it too. No, I haven't seen that, Diane. Can you please take your caps off? I know you might not like Elon, but there's no need to be all caps right now. He hasn't done anything completely terrible yet, not that I'm aware of. I don't know. I mean, it really pained me if Elon turned out to be the next Bill Gates. But I want to try to have some hope and have some faith, and because he's a genius, and we need geniuses on our side. And he has spoken out against the censorship. He spoke out on the COVID stuff. He spoke out on communism. Elon Musk is like one of those people that's like really, really busy like I am, and it's hard for him to keep up on the media and what's going on. So I'm reserving my opinions on him giving Ukraine Starlink until more information comes out. Yeah. You have a good vibe on Elon, actually. You know, I do too, but he's made a couple questionable decisions lately, and I think that it might be, well, him setting up factories in China is bad. I don't like that at all. But the Starlink thing could have just been a mistake, or him not being as formed as he would have liked to be. I mean, shit. We all probably thought, we all probably had those like thoughts in our mind on whether or not Putin was actually being crazy or not, just because of the way the media frames it. But thankfully, we had already known about Hunter Biden's laptop and the Board of Energy in Burisma. And literally, like, if you guys scroll back on my YouTube, you will see numerous videos about Ukraine. And I addressed the conflict of interest in Ukraine multiple times, because as soon as that stuff started popping off, I was like, wait a second. You know, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are probably not innocent in this whole thing. So I am at Sweetwater. I'm passing through Sweetwater. I don't know if you could see that or not. It was kind of blurry. But yeah, that Viva and Viva Barnes, Frey and Barnes podcast last night was very, very good. I wish I had I wish I could just teleport to wherever we were going and just be able to research and absorb all the knowledge. Because being on the road for this last month and being involved with the convoy, I kind of feel stagnant with my information. You guys in the chat kind of help keep me informed too, so I really appreciate that. We're at mile marker 247, heading towards Midland. Much love from Minnesota. I see you. Diana. Seems like you really don't like Elon. I'll have to look into that. Thing you said. What was it again, Diana? What's your biggest beef with Elon Musk? What's your biggest beef with him? Why are you in all caps right now? Yeah, and it's not just Hunter Biden having the conflict of interest over there. It's James Biden as well. Joe Biden's brother. Oh, Diana. I'm looking for good reasoning on why you don't like him. Not if he was smart, he would do this, or if he was smart, he would do that. We want good logical reasoning on things that we can prove and verify, or critically think about as to why you don't like Elon Musk. I have high hopes for him. I really want to believe he's one of the good guys. I really, really do. But, again, I don't trust anybody, and if something comes up to where it's a blatant violation to my own morals and ethics, or the world's, or however you want to put that there, then I'm open to readjusting my opinion. I think the James thing was more China stuff, but I do think that James had some type of involvement with, I don't know, don't quote me on James's involvement with Ukraine. I have to refresh my memory on that. It's been a month, and I've been so swamped. But I know for a fact James Biden was involved in some interesting stuff over there in China. So look that up. Do your own digging on that. I think I should take a nap. I can't tell if this sad boy guy is actually being a troll or not. I can't tell. If he is being a troll, he's doing a really bad job of it. I just like seeing emojis in my chat, to be honest with you. Let's get some Ella emojis in my chat. Some Ellas. I want to see some Ellas, some fist bumps, some American flags, Canada flags, French fries. Whatever you're feeling. You want to put some rain in here? I mean, it's raining right now. Let freedom rain, baby. Yeah, there we go. I see you, Kim. Sorry, y'all. I can't engage with my chat like I normally would. I'm driving. It's raining. I've got my other phone GPS'd up. I can't do it all. I mean, I definitely am a dog. I'm definitely a dog. You know, I'm a dog. But I can't do 5 things at once. 3 or 4 things, yes. Confidently. 5 things becomes a stretch, and mistakes can happen. So again, if you guys got a really, really important question, or you want to get my attention, or there's something going on, have a mod, tag me. use the at Alex Glasgow. It'll highlight my name orange, or super chat me. Send a super sticker, whatever. But you can also just at me. It's free to do that. Just at Alex Glasgow, and it will highlight my name, I do believe. And you can try to get my attention that way. But I am driving. It's raining. I got my GPS up, my stream going, and I'm talking, I'm thinking, I'm looking around. I'm about to spark up a cig. So just be patient with me. We're actually probably about 60, 70 miles ahead of the convoy. We're heading to Midland, Texas. I've been in this area quite a bit. And Haviland, Texas is the town I was thinking of yesterday, I think. Actually, let me see here. I'm going to exit my GPS and look it up. Well, I am an hour and 27 minutes away from the new spot. Haviland, Texas. No, not Highland. I said Haviland. Haviland, Texas. There you go. No, it's still not pulling it up. It's pulling up the same thing. No, I can't do this right now. Hey, Cali girl, can you put Sad Boy in timeout for me, please? Go ahead and put his nose in the corner for being a troll. Come back when you got a better attitude, brother. Okay? Either that or you get a better payroll from Biden. One of the two. Paid actors. So y'all, let's get back to topic here. What I'm going to be focusing on today is finding out what media you guys think we should be contacting in Los Angeles, California. And once we get a little list together, we'll blast that. Well, I'm going to make a clip, and we'll blast them, try to get them aware and informed that we are coming and that we want to chat. And squeaky wheel gets the oil, and closed mouths don't get fed. Any name calling, mods, just get them out of my chat. Any name calling, any negativity, just get them out of my chat. We don't need any of that. So right now we're focusing on the media that we want to contact in Los Angeles. What mods do I have in my chat? Do I have any mods that be making a list for me? Viva is cautious, he'll learn to love you. Well, that'd be cool if even if he tunes in. I love his stuff. I feel like I could learn a lot from watching his channel. I wish I could watch his stuff and other people's stuff and dig in and do my own research more than I am right now. I feel like a month ago I was very, very educated on what was going on, and now I kind of feel like bleh. Yeah, but they also sow division and they plant these little seeds of deception and defamation into not only my mind, but other streamers' minds, your guys' minds, and we don't need that. We don't need that at all. Get them out. Get them out. The trolls and the negativity, any name calling or negativity needs to go. We don't allow that here at this channel. Looks like we're coming in some weather. Hey, Eagle. Kim, hey, don't take the bait. I agree. But you know what? If we don't allow them to put any bait in the chat, there is no bait to take. So get them out. We don't want any. We don't want any trolls. Any name calling, negativity. Get your boot. Wind it up. And expel them from this channel. We didn't have time for all that. Right now we're working on getting the media involved in Los Angeles. That's going to be our goal for the next couple days, is getting the media involved in Los Angeles. So if we could be figuring out, I tried to do a little bit of research. I know David Dobrik, he's a YouTuber. I don't know how he feels about all these current events, but David Dobrik, he's got like 25 million followers. He's from Los Angeles. I think I've seen him around here and there. I don't know any of the major media outlets that are in California. I think all the good media outlets already left California. I don't know who Scotty is, sees the day. Now I feel like semi-embarrassed and semi-honored that you're comparing me to somebody over there. I don't, if I seen him or if I like listened to his voice, I'd probably know who you're talking about because I watched it pretty frequently. I know who George is and I know who Mr. Sunshine Baby is. But we got a storm rolling in. I'm going to have to focus on driving. If you guys need my attention on something, go ahead and at me. Huge honor. Well, you know what, Seize the Day, I really appreciated you spending your hard-earned dollars to try to get my name into Viva's mind. I love Viva, and I didn't ask for that marketing, and I really appreciate you doing that for me. Yeah, baby. We just had some people in that BMW just honk and wave very, very energetically at my vehicle. That was beautiful. That was another honor. Baby, we got some wind turbines. Yeah, baby. That's my 6-year-long career right there. Those are GEs. Those are General Electric towers for sure. Looks like they need some help. They got a couple towers down. Well, if I wasn't busy trying to save our country and the world, I'd probably be climbing those wind turbines and figuring out what's going on with them. Geez, almost their whole site's down. You know it's windy. It's got to be windy out here. Why are all these turbines not spinning? You guys can't see it, but I can. There's a huge wind farm to my right. They're all pitched straight, too. They're all pitched straight. So maybe they're having a site outage for maintenance or something. Oh, wow. There's this really cool truck pulling an awesome trailer. Hold on. Let's see if you guys can see this. Oh, yeah, baby. I don't know what's in that, but that looks beautiful. Tammy. No, they're not frozen up. I'd assume that being that so many of them are down, either the winds are really low or they're doing a site outage. They do that for maintenance when they work on the transformers or do grid work or have to do updates, software updates and stuff like that. The truck was beautiful. It was like flat, it was all black, everything. Like, I mean, their setup was just phenomenal. I would love to own that setup. That's all I'm saying. Zoya 365. That's all I'm saying is I would love to own that setup. So yeah, let's get back on track. Guys, can you guys start looking up what media outlets we should be contacting in Los Angeles, California? Later tonight, I want to do I want to address the media in Los Angeles, and I want to have everybody tagging them on social media, letting them know we're coming. Get as much coverage and awareness of what we're doing as possible. It did not look like a Fed van. Are you kidding me? It wasn't even a van. It was a dually. It was a blacked out dually with an all black trailer. It was sick. But yeah, so we're looking up the media in Los Angeles that we need to be contacting. And later tonight, I'm going to make a clip addressing the media in Los Angeles and trying to get everyone to pin them on social media, tagging them on social media, and getting them involved. We need all the media coverage we can get. No, I think you were looking at the wrong thing. Oh, well, never mind. Oh. I thought you said it was a Sprinter. Looked Fed. No way. No way. It looked sexy is what it looked like to me. Excuse my un-PG-ness there, but it was a beautiful trailer. Who else can afford that? I mean, who else can afford Trucker G's big rig? I bet you Trucker G's semi is more expensive than that truck and trailer. I don't know, maybe not. Scott Pressler. Okay, so mods, can you guys be sifting through my chat and taking any of the suggestions on the media we should be contacting in Los Angeles? get a little list together. If I have to scroll through my chat a little bit later, I will. I scooted ahead of the convoy a little bit today so I can take care of business like that. Also, big update. Chris Marston contacted me last night, and I've got an appointment with Chris to update that email that we're going to be canvassing law firms with. Chris and I are going to have a conversation tomorrow, and we're also going to try to blast these law firms like we're going to be blasting the media. So big update, Chris Marston got a hold of me. He was on a flight last night, and he found the time to read my email, and I think it had something to do with you guys spamming the law firm as well. Squeaky wheel gets the oil, y'all. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. Sam Setter is in Los Angeles. Okay. Keep them coming, y'all. Keep them coming. The more the merrier. I want a list of like 10, 15 media outlets, whether they be medium-sized or large-sized. Maybe even a couple smaller ones, you know. But the larger the audience, the better, because time is of the essence, and the more people that we can reach, the more beneficial our efforts will be. So, you know, I would prefer to try to get the media out there that is on board with our movement and aligns with our goals. But like I said, I think most of the good media already moved out of California. Yes, we are heading to Midland, Texas, Horseshoe Arena. There might be a change in the location, but there is another one on the back burner. I think that the same location is probably going to be the move, but I talked to Hippie Mom, and she said that there was just some paperwork that needed to be adjusted in order to reserve that spot for sure. So, until that paperwork is adjusted, that's probably why they took it down. Either that or it was a fluke, and there was some type of crash that happened. Oh, really? Chris responded to your concerns in Canada? That's interesting. So stay tuned. As soon as we can get KTLA News. Perfect. Thank you, Diana. That's another one to the list. As soon as we get this email condensed and revised and the way we want it, with a contact point for these law firms to contact, we need everybody at home to be putting a hammer down on these law firms, kind of like how we're about to be doing on the media in LA. We want to be deep frying these media outlets on all social media platforms, tagging them on everything, letting them know we're coming. But before we do that, we need to get a list and get a clip around to pass to them. Fox 11 LA, thank you. Keep them coming. Look for podcasters, look for YouTubers, look for people look for people that are not mainstream as well. NBC LA. Okay. Look, like I said, I kind of want to look for people that are aligning with our message already and have a big audience. But the other guys, I mean, they do count. But I kind of want to focus on people that will give us good coverage and not try to twist our narratives. Diana. You are putting in work with those. Spectrum News 1 LA. Okay. So let's get all those wrote down, and I want to look into some of the smaller people, even the bigger people too. But I was hoping to maybe get like some YouTubers and podcasters involved. Excuse me. Joe Rogan moved to Texas too, didn't he? Isn't Joe Rogan in Texas now? If we could deep fry the crap out of Joe Rogan, that would be amazing. Get him to come to LA or even to Midland. Who is tweeting about my secret mission? I don't know who any of these people are. Zoya. I don't really care who knows about the mission. I really don't care. I want everybody to know about it. I don't care. Let them talk about it. But I mean, what are they saying though? Are they supportive of it, or are they not supportive of it? Which mission? Zoya, can you? Joe Rogan to Texas? Thanks, MM. Zoya, can you clarify what you're talking about? Are you talking about are you talking about the media blasting, or are you talking about the media deep frying, or are you talking about the law firm deep frying? Yeah, we'll deep fry Tim Pool when we get back from California. We'll deep fry Tim Pool when we get back from Tim Pool is dealing with a bunch of stuff right now. Tim Pool is dealing with a bunch of stuff right now, so I don't really blame him for kind of being a little distant. Somebody got in an accident. Okay, thank you, Diana. You are doing such a good job. Diana, you are doing such a good job. Hey Deborah, welcome back. Hooper, what's enemy territory? Are you talking about California? Okay, so Deborah, I think what we're going to do to make it a little easier on everybody involved with deep frying these media outlets is let's focus on the biggest media outlets in LA, whether it be mainstream media, whether it be a podcaster, whether it be a YouTuber, whatever the case. Let's get like 5 to 10 of the biggest media outlets in Los Angeles, and then we will blanket all the other media after that, and any other media outlets, such as, and then name a few. But let's try to focus on the people with the biggest audiences, because time is of the essence, and we want to try to get as many people involved while we're in LA as possible, being that those bills are going to be voted on here soon. So let's get the biggest media outlets in LA in a list, and we'll focus on naming them and calling them out, and then we will also blanket the rest of the media under a statement such as and any other media, and any and all other media. Thanks, Deborah. Welcome back. Left Freedom Money, baby. Let's see. I don't know. So we're about an hour and 2 minutes away from Midland, Texas. Diana, let's get to Reuters is bad. Let's focus on all the biggest media outlets out there. Okay, Cali girl, no problem. I might just sift through these live chat comments later or something too, but NTD. Okay, let's branch off from the Daily Wire moved to Texas. Or no, Daily Wire moved to like Tennessee or something. Or maybe it was Kentucky. Yeah, Daily Wire moved to Tennessee or Kentucky, one of the two. They moved out of California because of the legislation that California likes to pass. The communistic nature of the legislators over there. So, Daily Wire is kind of a no-go. For LA at least. I mean, we could. I bet you these major media outlets. How about Crowder? We were just outside of Dallas. We could continue contacting Crowder and see if he wants to come to California. Deaf Mike. He does a podcast. Okay. How big is his platform? Diana, we need to be focusing on like the biggest ones there, and I kind of want to get like the new media involved, such as like podcasters and live streamers and people that aren't as corrupted as the mainstream. But the mainstream is needed too. Like Reuters sucks. Reuters did this article the other day about how somebody was wearing a Proud Boys hoodie in our convoy. It was a disgusting article. But here's the thing. If we can get people like Reuters out here making stupid stories and then having mainstream media out there with good stories, Reuters is going to make themselves look bad. So if we have an overwhelming amount of good stories that are just swarming out those other bad stories and just taking the audience from, say, Reuters and bringing them to our side, like, just helping them expose themselves, rooters that is. Okay, and he's based in California, you say? Is he live right now? Let me know. Put on the notifications for Def Mike and let me know if he's live. I mean, he's about as big as I am, but you know what? I still feel like I make an impact here and there. And if he's from California, I bet you the majority of his subscriber base is Californians, so that could be very beneficial. So let's actually try to get a podcast with Def Mike. Midland just canceled the convoy? What? What do you mean by they canceled the convoy? Huff Post. I've seen their article. I know they have a big following. Yeah, write all those down, Diana. Write them all down. I'm gonna give you my email, Diana. Diana, are you listening? If you're listening, give me a thumbs up. And if you're listening, I'm going to give you one of my spare emails that you can email a big list to, and I'll check it as soon as I get some top. So if you're listening, actually, Diana, give me a thumbs up if you're listening. Send all the media outlets, the biggest media outlets you can find. I want a list of like 10 to 15 of the biggest media outlets in LA, in Los Angeles, and send them to that email. I just put my email in the chat right there. It's raidglasgow@gmail. That's a spare email. You guys can email me there with the media in Los Angeles. Well, I mean, they don't get paid to do it, and you've already kind of been looking them all up. I mean, if you could just transfer those into email format, that would be amazing, and I would appreciate it. Guys, so I'm gonna pull into the horseshoe, and I'm going to see if I can talk to them and figure out why they canceled. I'm going to pull it, because I'm so far ahead of them, I'd be like, oh, I didn't know it got canceled. Why did it get canceled? We're going to try to get an interview with the Midland owners there and see why they did what they did. We're about 53 minutes away from the Horseshoe Campground, and we're going to see if we can get an interview with those people and see why they canceled. All right, Deborah. See, this is probably one of the reasons why they don't announce where we're going until we're almost there. Because things like this happen. I don't know who this is. Yeah, they left one lane open at all times. Diana had to mention that earlier as well, seize the day. I kind of asked her the same thing, and I apologize for addressing it like we didn't need caps. I didn't realize that you were vision impaired, so thank you for all that you're doing, Diana. And seize the day, I love your name. Excuse me. I've actually got seize the day in Mandarin on my arm. Canceling at such short notice sucks. And you know what's funny? It's freaking Monday. And it's about to rain. Who else reserves an entire campground or cancels on a Monday without some type of political adversity? Carpe Diem, which I think Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem. I don't know. Either way, but it's crazy that they canceled on a Monday. You know, if it was a Saturday or something like that, you could kind of maybe understand why a campground owner would cancel. But being that it's a Monday, who in their right mind would cancel like that? The trucker movement is about ending all mandates and getting accountability for the COVID response and raising awareness to how tyrannical and unconstitutional these mandates, whether it be a mask mandate or a vaccine mandate, is. At least that's my take on it. none of your business. No, I should have added in there that we needed to be asking, or part of the truckers movement, as far as the website goes, is they want to end the Emergency Powers Act, or otherwise known as the Emergency Powers Act, or the National Emergencies Act. And we want to end the state of emergency. And when we contact our representatives, whether it be a senator, we would be asking for a bipartisan appeal to end the state of emergency and end the Emergency Powers Act. And any other House floor member needs to be addressed to as ending all of these, asking for their position on ending all of them, or demanding their position on all of them in response to our questions, in writing, on record, whether it be a certified letter or in-person delivery of the inquiry as to what their position is on ending the state of emergency and ending the Emergency Powers Act / National Emergencies Act. Because they have to respond. And if they do not respond via notice and opportunity, they are now under a contractual agreement, essentially agreeing that our rights have been unconstitutionally violated. Ted Cruz already supports us. Call all the Democrats. Love Blue Eyes. Hang out for a little longer and we'll see. I've got a couple mods that helped me out already. Although I really appreciate the help and the love that you've sent me. Just got to get to know you a little better. Oh, call Ted Cruz about like us staying there? Oh, okay. I think I understand what she said there. Thank you, Carl, for helping me understand. Deidre? Thank you for helping me understand that person's comment, Deidre. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. I know. I talked to one of the people, to my understanding, according to Hippie Mom, who is not an organizer, but she has a relationship with the organizers, she said that there was complications with the paperwork that needed filed. So that's what the understanding of why the Convoy is having issues at this spot. It is a little sketch. It is a little sketch. It doesn't sound like it's the organizer's fault. It sounds like these people that own this campground might be libtards or something. I don't know. But we're going to the campground. We are going to the campground anyways. I personally am about probably 60 miles ahead of the convoy, and I'm gonna go to this campground and I'm gonna try to get an interview with the staff there and figure out why they canceled. I'll be pulling into the campground in about 35 minutes. Diane, what do you mean? What do you mean by your last comment? Happened to the venue situation, we're going to be finding that out here soon. But again, according to my knowledge, well, actually according to Hippie Mom, who I spoke on the phone with prior to leaving the Walmart and Verizon area in Alberta, Texas, according to Hippie Mom, there was some complications with the paperwork as a possible reason to why we are having complications. Do not quote me on that. That is a possible reason, according to Hippie Mom. And she is not an organizer. She has a relationship with them. Yeah, we're gonna be going in. I think it's Hooper, right? We're gonna be rolling into that campground here in 31 minutes, and we're gonna try to get an interview with the staff and figure out why they canceled. Perfect, John. Thank you. That's great, man. Maybe these organizers, I know these organizers had a backup earlier. They had a backup earlier when I talked to Hippie Mom. But nothing's set in stone yet, which is kind of interesting. So we're gonna, my vitamins. I'm gonna take a vitamin real quick. I got some men's one-a-days, and I got some zinc. It's all I could really afford right now. My super chats don't come in right away. So if you guys are donating, please send donations to my PayPal and my Venmo or my Cash App, whichever one you guys have. Because I'm such a new streamer that I can't access my super chats yet. I had to get that figured out. So in order for me to have immediate access to your guys' donations, please send them to my PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, whichever one you guys have, and I can immediately access those funds. This is a viewer-funded channel. You guys are my sponsors, so thank you so much. And right now, We are headed to the campground ahead of the convoy, but probably like 60, maybe 70 miles. 26 miles away from this campground to try to get an interview with these people on why they canceled. And I'll tell you the mile marker here in a minute.